Hi guys, and welcome back to Crypto Chester. It's been a while, but we're streaming now every Monday and Friday morning here in Thailand. And apart from that, we're going to be doing videos throughout the week, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Drop a like, drop a comment. I'll see you guys in the chat. I see Leader Crypto straight away. Nice to see you saying Wagwan G's. And I see Mr. Miles as well. Nice to see you all guys on the stream. And I'm here today to give you basically a Bitcoin update to start the week. We're going to be going through Bitcoin here on the short-term time frame, the mid-term time frame, and of course the macro long-term time frame as well. And once we're done with Bitcoin, the classic Bitcoin update, we're going to be going through to some altcoins. We're going to be looking at Luna C because that's doing something at the moment which we need to go into. Also, we need to look at USTC is soared 137% as well. So pretty crazy stuff coming through for Bitcoin and the crypto market space in general, right? So without further ado, let's get straight into the stream. The stream's probably going to last around an hour today, guys. So basically, let's just get straight into it and see if we can get some positions for the week lined up with some altcoins and Bitcoin. And guys, again, any more questions, let me know in the chat and I will answer them to the best of my ability. And yeah, let's just basically get on with it. Let's start off with some on-chain stuff for Bitcoin here. You can see here, Bitcoin Exchange Reserve here. Very, very crucial stuff, guys. We are on a micro downtrend here from November the 18th all the way down to November the 27th today. This essentially means the money is being moved off exchanges, guys. Money is being moved off exchanges. Well, crypto is being moved off exchanges right now. So they're being held in hardware wallets. So Bitcoin's being held in hardware wallets and stuff like that. And this is obviously very, very bullish for crypto in general, because the less crypto that is on exchanges, the less Bitcoin that's on exchanges, the harder it is for people to trade and essentially dump the market, right? So it is a bullish sign for Bitcoin in general there. Exchange whale ratio. This is obviously how much money the whales are putting on exchanges at the moment, and the inflow and outflow. And at this point in time, guys, we have seen micro lows get tapped here since basically back from the start of November, and we are sideways. Okay, we are sideways over the last couple of days or so. So this does indicate that the whales aren't getting more bullish, they're not getting more bearish, they're pretty much going pretty stagnant. So that is an implication that we're probably going to see some sideways action here for Bitcoin. And if we are looking at the stock and flow model here for the halvening, guys, we are looking at either, this is not great to say here, but we're either looking at sideways momentum for Bitcoin or a dump. Okay, and I will go into this later on in the stream. But right now, we're just going to cover some on-chain stuff. But again, estimated leverage ratio, the amount of people that are getting into leverage positions. Again, guys, this is sideways. I think it's a bit up in the air. No one really knows which way Bitcoin is going to be going. Obviously, we've been trending pretty strongly to the upside recently. It's been looking very, very, very bullish. But we've got a lot of things that could easily throw us down, right? We haven't heard that much more on the ETFs. Again, the stock and flow model, guys. You know, I'm just going to go into that now. I'm going to go into that now because this is very, very crucial, guys. So you can see where we are on the chart. Days until the next halvening is going to be around, I think it's like 145 days on average. We can expect till the next halvening for Bitcoin. Obviously, if we look at all the previous halvening dates, guys, you can see these lines here. All the previous halvening dates, we've actually seen an explosion, okay, an absolute explosion in the price here for Bitcoin every time we have seen the halvening come through. So so let me just refresh that page quickly, see if that will come back. Yeah, it will. Sorry, I don't know why it does that. It always chucks this chart here right in the middle when you zoom in and you go back. It's really annoying. I don't know how to get rid of it. But yeah, if we're looking at the halvening again, guys, if we're looking at the days till the halvening, look, it's very, very dark blue here on this chart. So every time that we have come to this halvening before, we can look at where we were dark blue. So roughly around here on the last halvening back in 2019. I know we did the halvening in 2020, but before then, we actually saw a dump in the price of Bitcoin from $10,000 all the way down to around $5,000. So literally a 50% reduction in the price before we saw the uptrend form, okay? So that's one scenario. That's the previous halvening of what happened. Obviously, when the halvening happens, we have a supply shock and it all just goes to the moon. It's really, really good for crypto, but we need to take into consideration what could happen before then in the current market, in the current timeframes that we're currently in, right? So if we are looking at the halvening before the previous halvening, we're looking at 2016. You can see we're a very, very dark blue here, guys, and roughly around the same area as here. Bitcoin was priced at $450. Imagine buying Bitcoin at $450, eh? And from there, we actually did see another price dump, a dump down to around 420. And then we basically went sideways until the halvening, or till I guess, I guess roughly around 15 days before the halvening, we saw a nice little pump for Bitcoin. So this is the sideways scenario that we are looking at here, and this could potentially happen for Bitcoin now. So that's another thing that we need to take into consideration. And then again, if we go back to the halvening before that, and I have to refresh the page, it's very, very annoying. But you can see we were about here, and we did actually see, well, Bitcoin was priced at $7 back in 2012, and we actually saw a rally up to around $9. Okay, so we did see a bit of a spike up for the price, and then before that, you can see here, guys, we actually went sideways yet again before the halvening. Okay, so please, please, please don't forget here. Like, don't just be insanely bullish, okay? We need to take into consideration where we are in the market, when the halving is going to be, and how we can basically react to this. So right now, with everything that's going on, the prediction, I think, what could be happening with ETFs and stuff like that coming towards the end of the year, it is looking... I don't know if we're going to pass an ETF by the end of the year, because it's getting ever so close to Christmas, and you know a lot of people stop around that sort of time in the western side of the world anyway. So we might not see it get passed before the end of the year. If that does happen, I probably would expect a pullback over December, or simply just sideways action. I don't think a lot of people are going to be selling right now just because of the ETF, multiple ETFs that could be passed. And if that does happen, obviously that's very, very, very bullish for Bitcoin. So I think we're just going to be a stagnant range. I don't think we're going to dump. I think we're going to be in a stagnant range for Bitcoin until we see either the halving happening, or an ETF get passed. And obviously both very, very bullish things to be looking out for there. But let's just be real here and just not be too bullish right now. Okay, enough of that. Let's go into funding rates quickly, guys. Funding rates right now very, very positive for short positions. If you are going to be holding a short position, you're actually going to get paid by the long holders, and that happens every 8 hours, guys. So yeah, if you're short in Bitcoin, pretty brave right now, but if you're short in Bitcoin, you're going to get paid by the long holders. But yeah, that's gonna be enough of the on-chain stuff today. Let's move on to a Bitcoin price. Excuse me, and let's see where we are going. Let's just check. Let's just check the chat quickly. We've got MG Motorsport. Nice to see you on the stream there. Oh, hello. That all started abruptly for me. Yeah, I didn't have any sort of intro. Any intro today. I just thought I'd just jump straight into it, right? No messing around. Let's just get into the charts. And Mr. Mars, I see that. We'll see a Santa rally. Nice to see you on the stream there, and Courtney as well. But yeah, let's talk about Bitcoin here on the short term, because we want to be profiting this week. We want to be making money, okay? Dance for the next intro. Good stuff, man. But yeah, let's look at key crucial support and resistance levels for the short-term time frame here for Bitcoin on the 1 hour, and see if we can get any sort of position that we could be eyeing up. I know I am eyeing up one on the midterm time frame, and that is pretty juicy in terms of a nice swing bullish move for Bitcoin, but that is going to be breaking highs, and it is quite ambitious at this time. Okay, so let's get into this. So as you can see, the high that we have got for Bitcoin right now, we did actually hit that on Friday. Very, very good way to end the week there, guys. We came up, we smashed 38,000. The previous high got annihilated at 38.1, and we came up pretty violently and pretty much crashed down pretty violently as well. Not great, but we did actually create a weak high, guys. A weak high coming through from here. So this is an implication that we could easily break that when we come up to these levels again, which is very good, very bullish. So it shows the resistance isn't essentially that strong, okay? Now, the areas that I want to be talking about here is these levels of support, guys. The levels of support that I'm talking about is going to be this trend line starting here from this high at 38,000 coming down. You can see the resistance here. You can see the resistance here. You can see the test of resistance here getting slammed down, trying to find support. Didn't quite get it. Resistance coming through yet again. Now, we did break it again. Very good stuff. But what I'm talking about now, guys, is the support in this area, okay? The support in this area is very, very crucial, because if we don't hold support here, the dumps from these areas that we saw before, you can see they're not small, okay? They're not small. They're big dogs, okay? So we're probably going to see a dump down to around 36,400 if if we lose this level of support at around 37.1. And if we don't dump down really violently, because momentum, yes, momentum is strong from this zone, but you can see the previous dump from this area wasn't too strong, okay? So it shows momentum and support here is in fact at play. So if this does happen and we actually hold this level, the one I'm talking about, 36.93, if we hold that level, then it's likely that we're probably going to bounce back up, guys. And the momentum that we could be looking for is going to be something along the lines of this, okay? If we're talking percentages, let's get deep down and dirty into the percentages of Bitcoin. If you are just joining the stream, guys, we are streaming Monday and Friday, and I'm doing videos Monday to Friday every single week now. So make sure you sub to the channel. Get the updates from the notification bell as well. Actually, I've got a little gift for that. Bang, bang. Let's get it. So yeah, make sure notifications are on and you're never going to miss an upload or any of my updates from BTC. And again, guys, I am on Twitter or X, if you want to call it, and link is in the description. I do post my chart updates in there as well. And again, Telegram community, in the link in the description too. So yeah, level of support that we're looking for here. This is the move that we did see before, around 4% to the upside, guys. So if we are looking at momentum, and momentum is probably going to slow down from this area if we hold this level of support. If we hold this level, guys, be safe. Probably around a 2% move, okay? Chuck it in half. That's sort of the safe sort of move if we are going to be looking for a bounce. If that is going to happen, guys, there is potential, okay? There is potential for a little move, okay? The move, keep saying okay. The move that I probably would be looking for here is going to be using this chart pattern here, and it's a bullish pennant chart pattern, guys. We did see a measure move from this lower side to the top side here coming through, but we didn't complete it, okay? And this is why, as a lot of the CC gang are in the chat, this is why we stagger our take profits, guys. And you guys know this more than anyone. I love doing this, staggering those take profits all the way up, and that way, if you get reversed on in terms of position, you don't see the full measure move get completed, you're still banking 3%, something along the lines of that. You're still banking a bit of money on the way up, which is very, very crucial. You don't just want one take profit and one stop loss. That's not the way to go. It's the way to lose, okay? Yeah, so this is the measure move that we could be looking for here. As you can see, something along the lines of this. If we are going to see that bounce coming through, if we do come down here, bounce along this level of support, and then see a move to the upside, we do have this measure move still in play, not completed. So that is an implication that there is going to be a potential long position that we could be taking advantage of in the next sort of day or so if this is going to come through, okay? Now, what do you see as well from this trend line on the top side of this pattern? You see that we've got an exact parallel here, guys. Near enough exact parallel. Tell you what, let's delete it and make an exact parallel. So that should be an exact parallel. Exact parallel is something along the lines of this, guys. And you can see this is an area of resistance as well, okay? Here, here, and here. So what this essentially means, if we come up and we see a candle body close here, the likelihood of us getting rejected here is pretty high, okay? So this is essentially a no-trade zone. This is a no-trade zone. We don't want to touch this. This is dirty. This is the trap zone, the filthy, filthy trap zone. What we do want here is something along the lines of this, which is a pretty bad example because you get the candle body close above the area here. And you can see, if we got the candle body close from there, we would be looking for that long position. But you can see we actually got wrecked if we were to enter there. Now, what can we do to counteract this, guys? What can we do to counteract this? We can do a simple, same thing, same scenario again, and start laddering these. We can start laddering these in terms of levels of resistance. And this is where it can get a bit choppy, but it's better to be safe and better to weigh up these positions like so. Because if we are to wait, guys, if we are to wait, and we get in here, that's absolutely fine at 37,500. We can get in here and ride the wave up. That's absolutely fine as long as we're taking profit along the way, okay? And it's better to be safe in these positions because not all charts are going to look like this. Not all charts are going to have these filthy, filthy trap zones and these horrible areas. Because if we are looking at it like this, this whole area would not be here, right? If we were looking for this long position back in time. So yeah, not all charts look like this. So we can actually still be looking for the long, and the entry point is probably going to be something around 37.5. And if you did want to get in before that, I mean, I wouldn't personally, because obviously this trap zone is filthy, but what I would be looking for there is going to be staggering your take profits as you go up, okay? And what I mean by that is you can clearly see that we've got a very, very strong level of resistance along this area. So again, depending on how long it's going to take us to get to either this zone here Or if you wanted to get in early and get to this zone here, you've got to be staggering those take profits, okay? Those take profits that I'm talking about is probably going to be something along the lines of these, guys. I'm just going to layer a few in at these crucial levels that we were just talking about here. And this also depends on how much profit you want to be taking, guys, because still, if you're looking at it, it's a 0.64%. Not really that profitable. For me, personally, I would be waiting. I would be patient. One of the key things about trading, guys, is patience. I would ideally want to wait here and go for 37,400, and that's, or maybe 37,500. Yeah, probably around that area, and then going for the completion of this measure move all the way up, and then staggering my take profits inside of this area as well. Okay, the area that I'm talking about, guys, is this obviously this gray, this red box here. First take profit, probably 37,590. Second take profit, probably going to be up around here. Third take profit, going to be using this, not the exact high. Okay, not the exact high, because there is a high pretty much just before it, but it is going to be something around 38.4. Okay, so these are the take profits that I would sort of be using here for this position if I am going to be getting into this. But I want to see that confirmation of the level of support at 36,900, and then basically riding that wave up as we go. That's sort of what I'm looking for. And guys, if you are just joining the stream, we are streaming Monday and Friday now, and videos throughout the week, so make sure you hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe bell, and you're never going to miss one of the uploads. And also CC Gang Telegram community coming through as well if you do want to join that. Link is in the description. But that's going to be the short term, guys. That's sort of what I'm looking for here if we are going to be looking for a short position coming through for this week. Doesn't look too bad, but we want to see that support from Bitcoin coming through nice and strong on that 36,934. Now let's move on to the midterm time frame. Once we're done with the midterm, guys, we're going to hit up the long term for Bitcoin, and then we're going to be going into some altcoins, and we're going to be looking at crypto bubbles. We're going to be looking at Lunacy, USTC as well, because that is soaring again. Very interesting stuff, because yeah, I'll basically go into some news on that and basically see how and what we can be expecting for Terra Luna, because apparently they're trying to make a comeback. Very interesting stuff. But yeah, let's jump deep down and dirty into the 4 hour here for Bitcoin, because some very interesting stuff is happening as well. Just want to get rid of a few indicators here, because again, guys, we do have this this bullish pennant chart pattern again. Bullish pennant chart pattern is obviously this move up. We did just dissect that on the shorter term time frame, so I'm not going to really go into deep sort of analysis on that right now. But what I do want to say, guys, is remember we were talking about the stock and flow at the start of this stream, and potentially we could go sideways or have a bit of a pullback here for Bitcoin. That's absolutely fine. If we do that, we are looking for a lovely, I'm talking this is going to be a beautiful short to the downside, okay? It's going to be a beautiful short to the downside, and this is the move that I'm looking for. You can see, let's get rid of this actually. Let's get rid of this so you guys can see it more clearly. You can see it's an upwards sloping parallel channel at the top of this lovely, lovely uptrend, okay? Excuse me. So what we're looking for here, what are we looking for? We're looking for a pullback, guys. We're looking for a pullback and a break of this level of support, because upwards sloping parallel channels, guys, upwards sloping parallel channels like so, they tend to usually break to the downside, okay? They tend to usually break to the downside. That's what that chart pattern does. It's a reversal chart pattern. So let's see what we can do and how we can be profiting from this. You can see the levels of support coming through on this trend line. Okay, levels of support. There's so many levels of support. So again, guys, we have tested this how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, nearly 10 times, guys. So the 10th test will be coming down to this 36.4. When you test a trend line, okay, this many times, you've got to think of it like someone who specializes in karate and they're trying to chop a brick, right, with their hand. If they hit that brick multiple times, the brick's going to get weaker and weaker and weaker. So that's essentially what this trend line is doing. It's getting weaker and weaker and weaker. The momentum to breaking these highs is slowing down, okay? It's slowing down. We're coming into this sort of sideways momentum here, which is very, very, I mean, it is bearish for this trend line and this chart pattern. So it essentially means we're coming in for potential short position, okay? If this is going to happen, obviously Bitcoin could be going either way. There is a short position up to the top side of this, long position up to the top side of this chart pattern as well, which we did just go into. But again, we want to be profiting whichever way it swings. And right now, this is looking more favorable in my honest opinion. Yeah, in my opinion, I'm favoring this position a lot more, okay? It's a lot more feasible, I think. But let's talk about how we can get in, how we can get out, and how we can be making as much money as possible. Because you know why we're here. We're here to make money. Cold, hard cash, baby. Key levels, okay? Key levels to be looking out for here. You can see this is a measure move to the downside here. This is going to be the measure move that we're looking for here from the top side of the chart pattern to the bottom side of the chart pattern. We're basically going to take that, move that across like so, and this is going to be how much the move is worth. The move itself is worth around 7.88%. Pretty good. Oh, 7.55%. Pretty good. Not bad. You know the score. You know what I'm going to say. We stagger in those take profits, guys. We need to be staggering those TPs all the way down. So let's draw in key levels of support here. And the reason why we do this, I'll keep saying it, is because we want to make as much money as possible. So if we do dump down and we bounce on this area, come all the way back up to stop loss or entry, whatever it is, we're going to be losing money, okay? But if we're taking profit along the way and moving our stop loss to our entry point, when we come back up to our entry point, we've already banked a bit of money, okay? So yeah, that's the best way to be trading these areas here. Obviously not financial advice, do your own research, all that good stuff. But yeah, worth around 7.55%. If we are looking at levels, we're looking at 35,500, 34,500, 34,000, and 33,703 there. That would be the completion of the measure move that I'm looking for. In terms of an entry point, in terms of, there's a lot more indicators and stuff that we're going to go into very, very shortly. So don't just be blindly taking this and looking for this short position. We're going to be looking at more levels and see if we can get some sort of correlation. The first thing that I would say here, guys, is the CW bands, guys. Really good indicator, kind of like the Bollinger bands that I'm using here. But up to around here, it is it's a lagging indicator, guys. So up to around here, these areas here on the bands, we are looking at these can basically move. So we can't be using these as set levels of support and resistance, but we can be using them as sort of a guidance because sometimes it does respect it. Not all the time, but sometimes it does respect it. So when we are seeing this in a bullish momentum to the upside, this shows that it's likely to see support. Okay, we're likely to see support there. And if we are looking at that in terms of the chart, it's on the lower side of this chart pattern. Okay, so this is an indication that we're potentially going to see another bounce from this zone. Okay, hopefully we can see a bounce from this zone and it tests, goes sideways, forms probably an ascending triangle and then breaks down. That would be the ideal scenario, right? I know ascending triangles tend to usually break up, but that would be the ideal scenario here. Now, again, with these indicators, with this indicator as well, it is slowly curling over. Okay, it's nearly at that sideways momentum. So if we did see a dump in the price, there's a chance here that this indicator actually goes sideways. When it goes sideways, there's a chance that we could actually dump down, okay? When it goes sideways, there's a chance that we could dump down. But you can see, obviously this isn't the live when the indicator was. It was probably up here at this point, and then we tested it, and then we dumped down. So that's sort of probably what we're looking for now. The fact that this is sort of coming to this sideways momentum is definitely bearish for Bitcoin, and it is good for our position. So that's one indicator we can throw into the mix. I'm just going to get rid of these take profits in yellow because they're not great on the eyes. They don't look very good. So I'm gonna draw them in a bit more, a bit better for the eyes, right? That's wrong. Completion of the measure move. Come on. Completion of the measure move like so, and then we're looking just simply at these levels. We get these nice and neat. Yeah, levels, let's look at them, and then probably another one around there. Yeah, another one around there. So yeah, that's sort of what we're going to be looking for there. Not exact, obviously, just a rough idea, but yeah, less taxing on the eyes. So yeah, where were we? We were talking about all the other indicators that we're going to be throwing into the mix for this position. So we covered the CW bands there and the potential for bearish momentum because we're coming to a sideways motion for that, looking pretty good. Now let's talk about the RSI, guys. This is very interesting because obviously we are on a very strong downtrend right now. But the levels of support here on the RSI are very crucial because you can see this area coming through like so. This area around 35.1, that's going to be a level of support that we need to be taking into consideration here. Mr. Miles says, I stagger nothing. Good stuff. Before Boyd Chester went inactive. Yeah, I did go inactive for a little bit, but I'm back now, guys. I'm back. I was deep in a corporate job. Something along the lines of that, right? It was I was building my business sort of mind, essentially, right? Trying to get stuck into many different positions and in life, in taking every opportunity and all that stuff. Not for the money, purely for the experience. And yeah, learned some valuable lessons along the way. And now I've got my hand in a few different pies, which is great. Got a great network over here in Bangkok. So yeah, learning and building as an individual, if you will. But yeah, back to Bitcoin. Enough about me. Let's talk about this area here, because we're looking at a lovely level of support here for Bitcoin. Will you cover any alts on the stream? I got a special one. Yeah, I will, man. I'll cover some alts. I'm gonna just. I know I've been waffling on for a little while about Bitcoin now, but yeah, I've got the longer term time frame here, the macro to do, and then we're going to be going into Luna C. We're going to be going into some other altcoins as well. So yeah, if you've got some altcoin requests, man, just slap them in the chat, and we'll get into them straight after Bitcoin. But yeah, let's look at well, this is obviously where we are for this position, jumping deep down and dirty into this short position. The RSI here, this level is going to be very, very crucial. If we're looking at the correlative area between the RSI and the chart right now, this is where we're going to be looking at around 35.9 for a level of support. So let's look at how that relates to the chart. Oh, what do you know? It lines up perfectly with the CW band and also this level of support as well. So that's another indication that we're looking for a bounce here, guys. Now, if we're going to get 10 indicators that are saying there's going to be support here and it's showing, we could get in maybe a 1-to-1 long. Why not? A 1-to-1 little long if support's good. We can do it really, really, really small, guys. Obviously, just speculatively speaking right now, could be something along the lines of this. And yeah, around 1-to-1. Could be a little long like that. Who knows? We'll look at close to the time. We'll look on the micro charts. But yeah, definitely something to be looking out for there. If the RSI is lining up with the chart, with the trend lines, it's looking pretty good. Now, let's look at the directional movement index, see where we are with that. Still pretty choppy, guys. ADX is coming down. ADX is this lovely little pink line here. The stronger this is, key levels 20 and 25, guys. If we are over these levels, it indicates that we're going to have a strong trend, okay? Right now, it's looking pretty bleak, okay? Looking pretty bleak. We're coming down to, well, we've just lost 20, okay? So it doesn't look very good. We've just had the bullish crossover with the ADX at around, well, just coming below 20. So yeah, it's an indication that we're not looking for a very, very strong uptrend right now. That's what this indicator is saying. And a lot of things are saying sideways action. A lot of things are saying sideways action at this time, guys. So it's not looking that great, okay? It's not looking that great for an indication of in which direction we could be going. And that's why we always weigh up all different directions here, because we like to profit no matter what. You know why we're here. We're here to make money. It's as simple as that, guys. And if you are just joining the stream, guys, I am here Monday and Friday, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as well, doing just video uploads. But I do a stream Monday and Friday from now on. But yeah, moving on to the longer term. Oh, no, not the longer term. I want to talk about here. I want to talk about moving averages, guys. Very simple. I know everyone knows about moving averages, but let's look at the levels in where we are, because we've just lost the 21. We've just lost the 7 SMA as well. Very crucial moving averages. So what I'm looking for now is the 55. I think it's the 55 or the 50. It's the 50. It's the 50 SMA. So the 50 SMA, guys, right now is holding us up in terms of a level of support, okay? Now, if we lose this, it's not good, okay? Last time we lost this, you can see, lost the 50, and we did see a dump down to this level of support. Pretty hefty dump as well, okay? And again here, guys, we lost the 50. We saw that dump down coming through. So, what does this tell us? This essentially tells us if we're going to lose the 50, we're likely to see a bit of a dump down because the support is no longer being formed there. Obviously, we are testing that in terms of the support at the moment. We're also testing this level of support at 37,337. A lot of threes in there. So yeah, ideally what we're looking for here is going to be a 4-hour candle body close below this 55, below this level of support. If we can get that, guys, that's an indication that we're going to be coming down to test these levels as well. Okay, so very, very important that we do follow that. In terms of 200 SMA, 200 EMA, guys, on the midterm, they're coming up. They're coming up pretty steep. Okay, this is the pink or the purple and the white one. They're coming up pretty steeply, and they are slowly leveling out. Why is this important to us? It's important to us because if we are looking to short from this area here, if we're looking to short this upwards sloping parallel channel, then we need to be taken into consideration for these levels, okay? These levels are potentially going to be something along the lines of this. Bad drawing. Something along the lines of this. If this does come up, then when we do see the price come down, this is going to be support, okay? This is going to be a big level of support. So I'm not going to be entering this short position unless we lose the support of these major moving averages, okay? And if we do lose that, then the confirmation for us to slam down and see this position come through is looking really, really good. I'm talking even better than it was before. Even better than it was before. So, yeah, definitely something for us to be looking at. And you can see the resistance that we do get from these... from losing these major trend lines from before, okay, even if it is just TP1 getting hit there, okay, so definite levels to be looking out for there if we do come up. So yeah, this is just the summary on the week, guys. We're going to be summarizing Bitcoin on the week on the Monday, start of the week, and again, we're going to be doing a summary on the Friday to see how the week has gone. So this is essentially what I'm looking for throughout the next 5 days or so. So yeah, 200 SMA, 200 EMA, very crucial ones to be looking out for there. Now, let's talk about volume-weighted ATR bands, guys. Volume-weighted ATR bands, very crucial indicators here. Let's bring them up because we know the support. I know the CC gang in the Telegram community. Chester said doo-doo. Mr. Miles at it again. Yeah, so... we know how crucial these indicators are in terms of support and resistance. So again, this is lining up with... I think this is lining up perfectly with the 200 EMA that we just saw there. Let me bring that up. Yeah, pretty much. So you can see the level of support, guys, that we are looking for again here. This is where it gets very interesting, and our short position is looking even better. Okay, it's looking even better because here to here, looking at a lot of indicators, major moving averages, volume-weighted ATR bands, this is what we call a skydive free fall zone. Okay, so if Bitcoin is to lose the daily, if it is to lose the hourly, if it is to lose the 200 EMA, 200 SMA here, it's a free fall zone, So when we do lose these areas, hopefully when we come down like so, these guys are going to carry on coming up. We lose this level of support, we get a lovely candle body close around this area here, and then we can simply short down to these levels and make a nearly swore then make a ton of money, right? Make a ton of money. And obviously the 4 hour volume weighted ATR band is coming up as well, guys. When this bad boy does come up, we're going to be using this as a potential take profit as well. Maybe it lines up with 34,600, maybe it doesn't. We're going to be using that to our advantage as and when we come up, guys. And if you guys did want access to the volume weighted ATR bands indicator, I am going to do... should we just do a giveaway? Should we do that? We could do a guess the number. I haven't done anything like that in a long time, so why not? Why not? Let's do guess the number. Why not? Let's do guess the number. 1 to 10. If you guess the number 1 to 10, you will win a week on the volume weighted ATR band WOD machine. No, not WOD machine. Volume weighted ATR band indicator. And you can see, guys, the levels of support from these bad boys are very crucial. All the way up, guys, we're seeing this resistance coming through. And so yeah, make sure you get your guess in the chat and let me know what your guess is, and we can and I'm thinking of a number. And if you guys get it, then you win a week on the volume weighted ATR band machine. I know there's only 6 people watching, so probably won't get any numbers, but yeah, hopefully we do get 7 is not the number. MG Sport, MG Motorsport, it's not the number. When I see the number, I will I'll stop the stream and go back into it. But yeah, let's 420, 1 to 10, man, come on. Yeah, so this is the short position that we're looking for the week. Let's move on to the VRVP. I'm pretty sure it was called the volume profile visible range before, but I think it's changed. But yeah, point of control right now in terms of, I know this changes. Point of control, again, you did see it. You saw it here first. This area around 36,500. Again, very crucial. Mr. Miles, you got it. It's number 3. Well done. No, it's only 2 of you competing for it, but yeah, number 3 it is. So yeah, well done. You won a week on the volume weighted ATR bands. Good stuff. But yeah, point of control here for the VRVP is going to be set around 36,500. Again, guys, crucial level of support that we are looking for a potential bounce, lining up for our 1-to-1 potential long position if we are going to be feeling fruity for the midterm, the shorter term timeframes around that area. Now, that's going to be it from me in terms of midterm time frame action for Bitcoin. Let's jump into the long term. Let's see what we're looking at. Let's move this high to this high, because we did break the high. Good stuff, looking bullish for Bitcoin. But what happens when you break a high, guys? You have a pullback. Okay, we have a pullback to base camp 1 usually. If you guys remember my Everest analogy from around a year ago when we used to stream every day, we say in a parabolic motion like so, you're looking to climb Mount Everest. Okay, you're looking to climb Mount Everest. You can't climb Mount Everest without stopping at base camp 1. Okay, you can't do it. You run out of air, you run out of food. So what I mean by that is we need consolidation. We need a relaxing zone. Okay, we've just broke the high for Bitcoin here on the longer term time frame. So what do we need now? We need either a pullback or we need solid consolidation. Okay, That's sort of what I'm looking for here. Ideally, guys, for the macro, for Bitcoin, for the sake of this bull run, I want to stay above the bull market barrier, okay? And what I mean by that is this giant, filthy, disgusting red, yellow, and blue line. When we're in a blue area, when we're above it, it tends to usually mean we're in a bull market. And when we're below it, it tends to usually mean we're in a bear market, okay? So you can see here, let me just get rid of these. This is what I was referencing before. You can see, and let me get rid of hash ribbons as well. You can see bull market, lovely, lovely blue here, looking really, really bullish. Bear market, filthy, disgusting red, okay? Again, bullish, blue, lovely, lovely, good stuff. So what are we looking for right now? We're just above it, guys. We're just clearing this volume-weighted ATR band, not volume-weighted ATR band, bull market barrier for the first time in quite a while. We've had 3 consecutive weeks nearly. It will be 3 weeks above it. If we can end the 6-day and 21-hour period above this bull market barrier, that will be very, very bullish for Bitcoin. Won't be the end of the, won't be like we're going to the moon, it's going to explode from here. It's just very, very, it's a lot more bullish, okay? Now, if we're referencing the short position on the midterm time frame, guys, remember that low is 33,700 for the low of the measure move, okay? Which does bring us all the way back down to, what do you know? The central point of the bull market barrier, okay? Central point of the bull market barrier is a level of support, as you can see from here. We do test it from resistance. We do find support on it. So it's an implication that we are potentially going to see a pullback to this area. When we see a pullback to this area and then we break this high again, this will be our confirmed, I can draw more all over the screen if you like. This will be our confirmed higher low, okay? When we have a confirmed higher low there, it's a lot more bullish for Bitcoin, because if we are looking at the previous confirmed higher low, it's pretty bleak, guys, okay? It's pretty bleak. It's all the way back down at 25, okay? We need to see a confirmed higher low, and what I mean by this, guys, is you see a nice pullback, like so, and then you see the high get broken, okay? You can see the high get broken, and that confirms this high low. So we do have a high low here because we saw the nice big pullback. We set this low, and then what do? We broke this high, okay? So that confirms this as the higher low, the most recent higher low that we have seen in terms of market structure here on the macro here for Bitcoin. You could call this a higher low, but if you were looking at solid market structure here, if we're referencing the moves from these pullbacks, from these most recent higher lows, guys, it is everyone's own judgment. They're too big. We're looking at 20% moves in terms of pullbacks. These moves that we have seen recently in terms of pullbacks, guys, they're pretty flaccid. They're pretty flaccid, if you will. They're not very big. They're like 6, 7, 8%. So yeah, not very big in terms of what we have seen here for Bitcoin in this macro uptrend. So what I do want is a bigger move to the downside, 15%, that sort of area. 10%, that's still fine as well. But in my opinion, the most recent higher low is all the way back down at around 25,000, okay, which is bearish here for Bitcoin, okay? It's a bearish sign. The reasoning for this is, guys, because we can still come all the way down here and still be bullish. We can come all the way down to 25K and still be bullish in terms of market structure, okay? We still can. I mean, it won't look great with trend lines and stuff like that, but we still can, guys. So we need to take into consideration that this is still a factor in terms of market structure for higher lows, and we do need a higher low. Back to the Everest analogy again, guys. We need a pullback. We need a base camp 1, okay? So we need a base camp 1 for us to have consolidation to see us break the next high, okay? So this is what we're really looking for there. So yeah, if we do pull back and bring it back to this short position on the midterm time frame that we were talking about previously on the stream, this is absolutely fine. We can pull back. We can make money. That's why we're here. We're here to make money. So that's essentially what we're going to be doing. And that pullback level is 33,738 for you guys to take a note of that. Now, I see Stephen Sainsbury in the chat. I remember you actually, Stephen, from I think it was probably a year ago. So, yeah, I do appreciate you stopping by and saying, great show. Good to see you. We are streaming Monday and Friday now, doing an analysis at the start of the week, and seeing what predictions we can make, and then we're going to be doing a summary at the end of the week as well, and then obviously videos every single day in between. Good stuff. So and yeah, then I'm going to be doing sort of like a lifestyle vlog or something along the lines of that on the weekend. So that's sort of the plan coming forward, probably for the next year or so. It's going to be a good one, guys. It's going to be a good one. We'll make a lot of money together. I see Mr. Miles in the chat as well saying, Chester should give it to anyone that's active in the chat for being awesome enough to be here so quickly after his long vacation. Yeah, that's true. That is true. So anyone who's in the chat, okay, I'll do it, Mr. Miles. Anyone who's in the chat and would like access to the volume-weighted ATR band indicator, just drop me a message on Telegram or jump to the CC Gang, the Telegram community, in the description of the video, and drop me a message in there, and I will direct message you. But I have to say that I'm going to direct message you, otherwise we'll get scammers and stuff messaging us. We don't want that. So I will say if I'm going to message you in the Telegram, and yeah, if you want access to the indicator, let me know there, and we will get that sorted and get you put through on TradingView. And yeah, that's probably going to be it for Bitcoin, guys. That's probably going to be it for Bitcoin. Let's go down into some altcoins, okay? Such a nice guy. Let's go down into some altcoins now, and let's see what we can be looking at. Okay, look at Crypto Bubbles, guys. Crypto Bubbles is free. CryptoBubbles.net. You can see the update for the day, the week, and also the month. God damn, it's so goddamn bullish. Very, very good. But yeah, we'll stick to the daily for now, and let's see what is screaming out at us. We've got Axie Infinity coming through at around 17%. I mean, we saw this last bull run, guys. We saw Axie Infinity. It was just ridiculous how much money that made. How much? I think it was like, must have been like $200 a coin or something. It was ridiculous. So look at the bubbles on the yearly. Okay, let's do that. Oh, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I mean, Lunar Sea's looking pretty bad, but yeah, damn, look at that. 1,000% there. Pretty great. Is that Engine Coin? Engine Coin runes up 300 as well. Not looking too bad. But yeah, Bitcoin at 125%. Not too bad at all. There's my baby Casper. 1,300%. Crazy stuff. Maybe we should bring up the chart for that, Mr. Miles, and go into that in a bit more detail. Forget Lunacy. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't like Lunacy at all, and I think a lot of people are getting they got attached to it, right? They got attached to it. I did buy a little bag when it started dumping, so I was there like, why not buy a little bag, chuck a couple $100. So yeah, I do still hold that. So yeah, if it starts mooning and goes crazy, then hey, it's free money, right? But it was worth a risk-reward scenario, but I'm not attached to it. Steven says, I'm still wanting Polygon Matic to do well as well. I agree. I think Matic is going to do very, very well in the next bull run, right? Well, we are basically in a bull run now, but I do think Matic is going to absolutely take off. I mean, we saw in the last run that every time the Bitcoin absolutely just drum and bass in my ears, every time Bitcoin absolutely slammed it down, Matic was the first altcoin to be reactive and come straight back to the top, to the limelight, right? So yeah, very bullish on Matic, and there's a lot of projects starting on their blockchain as well that I have seen in the space. Good stuff. Get the vitamin water. But yeah, let's go into some altcoin charts, and let's see if we can get some potential positions and trades for the week coming through, and then we can essentially monitor these on Twitter and in the Telegram community as well. Links in the description. Let's talk about USTC. This is the stable coin that was essentially attached to Terra Luna. Okay, this was what I can't remember, it was last year, this year? Maybe last year? Not sure. It was a long time ago. It completely crashed. It was horrific. It was like a black swan event. Absolutely crashing the market. It was just absolutely horrific. Really, really bad for stablecoins in general. And I just wanted to cover this, guys, because we are seeing a bit of momentum over the last day or so. Okay? Do I like it? No, I don't. But hey, if people actually invested in this stablecoin and they're still holding it, and because I actually met a guy who just randomly met him on a beach in Koh Samui, and he bought USTC when it obviously unpegged and it was down like 20%. He thought it was going to repeg, so he basically dumped his whole net worth in it. And yeah, dumped his whole net worth in it, and then obviously it completely crashed to basically zero, so he lost everything. So he's probably still holding it. He wouldn't have sold it. There'd be no point. It's worthless. So if this does actually come back to $1, I'll be very happy for him, and probably a few other people that have done this as well. Chester telling us about meeting men on the beach. It's like a nightclub on the beach, right? Like a party on the beach, and I was with my partner as well, who is a woman. So yeah. Funny guy, man. Yeah, so let's talk about USTC for a second. In the past 24 hours, we have gone up around 137%, which is pretty good stuff. Seeing it at around 3 cents now, and they are actually on a recovery model aimed at reviving its price. I'm not too sure in the details of this, but there is a recovery model in place. Okay, now what is that? What does that mean for the stablecoin? What does that mean for Luna C? Essentially, bullish. Okay, essentially is bullish. And what can we sort of expect? I don't know. I really don't know what we can expect for this. I don't know about the recovery model, but I just wanted to let you guys know, if you are holding Luna C, you're probably going to see some bullish momentum coming through. And because this has been released as like now, coming up to the halving, coming up to the next bull run that's going to be absolutely amazing, this is probably going to be one of those coins, okay? And what I'm referencing here is, like, remember Doge a few years ago when it's like nothing, like 0.0002, and then we see like a 10,000% gain or something stupid like that, right? Could be Luna C. You never know. You don't know how these meme coin enthusiasts want to jump on things. So if we see that happen, then I know a lot of people on Twitter were buying Luna C. Okay, they were buying Luna C as it was crashing. So it is in their best interest to revive this token in the next run. Okay, so it's probably definitely one to watch. Okay, it's definitely one to watch. I'm not saying go buy a load of Luna C. I'm just saying it's one to watch for the next run. Okay. And again, guys, upgrades, and they are going to be burning tokens as well. Very interesting stuff. Now, let's look at the Luna C chart just for a minute here, guys, because if we are looking to trade this, I mean, I don't know what exchanges this is actually listed on at this time, because obviously it got taken off a lot of exchanges, obviously due to the nature of it crashing and everything. So I don't really know how you can be trading this unless you're doing it on a decentralized exchange. But what I would say here is this daily volume weighted ATR band. Oh, God, there's a lovely short there. There is a short there, and the reason for this is, guys, is because we're probably going to get a load of FOMO from these articles, from this news coming out. I know we're trending on Twitter right now for Luna C as well, so we're probably going to see a lot of FOMO coming through into this coin because it's obviously such a low price. Now, with this FOMO coming through, this is where the volume weighted ATR band on the daily comes through and is so valuable, okay? We've seen this multiple times with this indicator. We come up, we see the FOMO, and this is usually the reversal point. Usually the reversal point. So you could literally take probably maybe a 1-to-1 risk position here from the volume weighted ATR band on the daily back to potentially the previous high, right? This is very easy free money. Okay, it's very easy free money coming through like so. You get an entry point, you just put a limit order short coming through here, and then you just simply reject. It's basically written in the stars. So yeah, that's sort of what I would be looking for Luna C, because we're not just going to keep going up, guys. We're really not. We haven't really got that much data here for the daily volume weighted ATR band here, but you can see the resistance that we do get continuously off these volume weighted ATR bands, and we haven't actually seen we saw us cross them a little bit here, and we are actually crossing them here. So this is definitely another great sign, because when we're above these volume weighted ATR bands, guys, and we're trending above them, we're testing them all the way up, kind of like moving averages as well. When we are testing them in terms of support, and we come to this daily, it's basically like trending along the 55 moving averages all the way up, and then there's a nice big ceiling of the 200 EMA. The likelihood of us actually seeing rejection coming through from the continual uptrend is very likely. So yeah, that's sort of what I would be looking for Luna C if I am going to be trading this. I'm only checking it out today, so I haven't really got into it. Lethal Mind coming through saying, Chester, what's up, broski? Nice to see you on the stream there, bro. I saw you were the first one to stop by, so I do appreciate it, man. But yeah, we're back Monday, doing a Monday analysis, a Friday analysis, and obviously videos throughout the week as well. But Monday we're going to be doing predictions for the week, and obviously an overview on the markets. And then Friday we will be doing a summary as well. So yeah, good stuff. Good to be back. I'd appreciate you stopping by. But let's jump through to some altcoins. Let's do... Have I got my altcoin chart? Yeah, this is the altcoin chart. Good stuff. Let's do Casper. Let's do Casper for Mr. Miles here. Lol, we're looking at the 50, been smoking for 30. Oh, you're on about going to Jamaica next year, need weed fund. That'd be cool to go to Jamaica, man. Yeah, I've seen some videos online. Pretty cool. Smoking for 35 years. Crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, I used to have a dabble. Not anymore. But I used to have a dabble. Did Amsterdam twice. Good times, man. Good times. But yeah, I kind of think now, like, with like what I'm trying to achieve in life, and like how I'm trying to learn and stuff like that, I kind kind of needed to reserve brain cells rather than get rid of them. Because when I was in that period of my life, I was just, it's kind of just really mongy all the time, right? I'm sure you understand. If you've been smoking for 35 years, right? But yeah, Casper, Tether. Let's see what's going on. Mr. Miles, if you want to chuck some knowledge in the chat, you're more than welcome to educate some people on this coin. That is good stuff. I mean, straight away looking at the chart on the daily, this is pretty goddamn bullish, okay? It's pretty goddamn bullish. Let's get rid of some indicators and get this more visually appealing for you guys to be looking at. Look, we are on the right chart. All good stuff. Now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. From the, I mean, it's just, the market structure is great, okay? The market structure is great. We are looking at continual highs getting broken here. We're seeing higher lows coming through, getting formed. This is the confirmed higher low once we have seen this break. So we've got a lovely higher low in terms of market structure here. I probably would say another pullback here, and then that break there again. So yeah, another higher low being formed there. Again, another higher low being formed here. These are very lovely areas. So in terms of market structure, let's draw this in and let's see what we can be looking at for potential pullback zones. Because obviously, guys, we can see this is mooning right now. This is going to the absolute goddamn moon. So we need to be looking at crucial market structure for areas of potential resistance and support. Okay, so just looking at it now, we've got 7 cents. 935 is going to be the most recent higher low that I can see, because if we could take this as a higher low, but we haven't broken this high yet, so this is not confirmed, guys. So we are still going to be holding bullish market structure even when we come down and test this level of support. Okay, currently sat at around 12 cents. We're looking at a high of around 15 cents there. Pretty good stuff there. And guys, if you want to look at some details on this coin, jump to the chat. Mr. Miles is throwing in some good stuff there. But if we're looking at chart patterns, if we're looking at potential trade for this, it's looking pretty goddamn bullish, okay? Looking at this right now, it's looking pretty good, okay? We've got a nice uptrend, we've got a nice consolidation. What I would be saying here is a bullish pennant chart pattern, guys, and that essentially is a symmetrical triangle chart pattern at the top of an uptrend, okay? So we can, let's jump down to the 4 hour. Jump down to the 4 hour and see if we can get some long-term swing predictions for this coin set in, and then we can be making money trading it, okay? This is going to be the high. Yeah, this is going to be the high, but I am favoring this in terms of resistance line, because the more touches, the more reliable. That's sort of the rule of thumb there. More touches, more reliable. In terms of resistance, guys, you can see resistance, resistance, resistance. Very, very basic stuff. And you can see this is the area of the high. Now, because this is outside of our chart pattern, excuse me, this essentially means that we are looking at this as a parallel trap zone, okay? Parallel trap zone, which is technically a no-trade zone, but with swing positions, the gap between these areas are very, very, very big. So we can essentially be potentially getting into a long position here. First take profit at the top of the trap zone. That's absolutely fine, absolutely safe. Really, really good stuff there. So yeah, let's look at a position. Let's look at what we can be predicting for Casper coming through. I feel like this is the coin that the moon used to promote, but I don't think it is. I think it was more of a pink logo. So yeah, in terms of a long position, guys, this is going to be the long position to the upside. The next move up, the next wave up after seeing this lovely, lovely consolidation. I'm just going to get rid of volume for a second because it's kind of polluting my chart a bit. Yeah, this is sort of the move that we could be looking for here. In terms of a lovely, lovely price range here, it's going to be around a 20% move to the upside, and that will potentially bring the price to around 16 cents there. Looking really, really good. Let's have a look at Mr. Miles' information. Kaz is trying to fulfill BTC's original goal, being used more like a currency. It follows all of BTC's ethical standards. Nice. Open source, fair launch, no pre-mine or pre-sale, no company supporting it. Nice. No VCs. It has a halving every year. Every year, damn. It's a scalable proof of work, even faster than most proof of stake projects. 3-second transactions on average. Damn, that is good, man. That is really, really good. Really good. 3 seconds of full. 10 seconds of full confirmations on average. There is a belief among some that it's created by Satoshi. Okay. Okay, so looking pretty good there. Really, really good stuff there. Very, very bullish here on Casper, I would say. And just looking at the chart and the fundamentals look great there, Mr. Miles. So yeah, I will be noting that one down. Very good stuff. Oh, God. Oops. Leo says, hello, your thoughts on AVAX? I mean, I don't really know that much about AVAX. Avalanche, I'm pretty sure it's called. Yeah, I don't really know that much about Avalanche in general in terms of just the fundamentals behind the coin itself. But we can go into the chart and we can see sort of a technical analysis prediction, if you'd like, once I've done a little bit more on Casper. So yeah, and obviously if you are new to the stream, I am streaming Monday and Friday. If you want to hit the subscribe button, you're more than welcome. I do produce content every single week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the weekdays of the week as well. So yeah, in terms of very key levels here, guys, we are looking for these areas to get broken here. We've got the volume weighted ATR band on the 4 hour, we've got the 30-minute, we've got the 60-minute. So in terms of a nice clean run, probably would be looking for a nice position worth around 5%. Still staggering take profits there, but just on an average, it's looking pretty good here for Casper. Very, very bullish. In terms of bearish momentum, if Bitcoin is going to slam it down, if it's going to be looking pretty stagnant, then in terms of support, guys, you can see we've got a very, very, very strong level. Okay, the very strong level that has been tested twice here, maybe 3 times if you will, is going to be around 11.5 cents, guys. 11.5 cents is going to be the point to be looking out for there. And I probably would say there might be a dump down here. Well, let's not be hasty. We'll bounce on the 30. We'll probably come down again, test this level of support, maybe have a wick down. This is obviously on the basis that Bitcoin goes sideways and is very bullish. Very bearish. Then we'll probably bounce from here very aggressively. Okay, that's sort of what I would be looking for there, bouncing very, very aggressively from this level of support at around 11 cents. And again, guys, we got the 1 hour volume weighted ATR band coming up as well, so that is lining up for that bounce. Now, in terms of how big the bounce will be, let's look at percentages. You can see 27% there. Where's my price range gone? Okay, they overlapped. That's why. You can see 27% there, 24% there. This could be as much as 10%, 9%, 8%. Around that sort of area in terms of momentum is looking pretty strong. So, yeah, definitely a potential move there as well to be considering, okay? That's going to be it from Casper. Looking pretty bullish overall, fundamentally, and also from a TA standpoint as well. Really, really good stuff. Let's move through to AVAX for Leo there. Again, looking pretty bullish. I mean, we have seen altcoins take a little bit of a leg up recently if we are looking at the monthly for crypto in general, right? Yeah, crypto in general is looking pretty good. I mean, AVAX, you can see there on the crypto bubble chart, 94% to the upside. Really, really bullish. Looking really, really good stuff there. Nearly 100% gain. So yeah, looking really, really good here for crypto, and that's probably why we are going to see all this moves come up. But what we are looking for here, guys, is we need to be looking at the market structure for these coins, because we need to see potential reversals. We need to look at the key levels that we need to be looking out for there if we are going to be looking for pullbacks, because Bitcoin is not just going to keep going up, guys. We need to take that into consideration. When Bitcoin dumps, we know the altcoins take a big hit as well. So if we're looking at lows, guys, let's look at lows. Let's get some market structure in play, and then we can see some sort of, we can essentially predict where we're looking at potentially going. So if we're looking at the low right now for this bear market for AVAX, it is all the way back down here. Around $8.06, okay? So this is going to be the low that we're looking for there. That's going to be the low, and then I know it's pretty much the same as there, but let's just use this one for simplicity's sake. Now, in terms of major pullbacks, guys, the major pullback that we can see here is obviously this 11%, okay? Once we hit that pullback, you can see from there, we cleared the high, we broke the high. So what does that mean? It tells us that this is going to be the market structure higher low, okay? This is the market structure higher low. Should really get some tags that I can copy and paste in there. Market structure higher low here, and then we're looking at the next one. Okay, guys, the next higher low is this significant pullback after breaking this high. So that puts this low at the higher low as well. That's the wrong tool. This is going to be the higher low as well, guys. So this is the market structure. We're basically building this all the way up. These are going to be the very key levels for us to be holding. Now let's look at the next market structure point. It is going to be this pullback here, which is this area here, this low that we are seeing, but this isn't confirmed as the low, guys. This isn't confirmed because we haven't broke the high, okay? So the most recent higher low point to respect the market structure of this bullish momentum is still down at around $15, okay? So if we were to basically dump down to 15 bucks and bounce, it's still a bullish chart, okay? It's still a bullish chart. So let me just reiterate that. It's still a bullish chart if we stay above 15.5, okay? Market structure is still strong. Now, we can't be taking this as a high low until we clear this high, okay? So what we're looking for here again, guys, is to come up to bang $24 a coin. And once we clear this high, then we're going to be looking at this as the next level of market structure, okay? That's sort of what we're saying there. Now we've done the market structure, let's talk about, I'm going to get rid of that so it's not confusing. Let's talk about potential areas we can go. I mean, we've got some sort of bull flag coming through like so. Bull flag, obviously a bullish chart pattern, guys. We've obviously got an uptrend. Bull flag coming through usually means continuation, okay? Again, the Mount Everest analogy coming through. You're climbing Mount Everest. You need to stop at base camp 1. I think I'm drawing that wrong. You're climbing Mount Everest like so. You need to stop at base camp 1, get some food, get some shelter and some sleep, and then continue to the top, okay? Oh, I'm getting calls on Telegram and stuff like that, so not great. Mr. Robot. That sounded very scammy. Not good. But yeah, so yeah, this is sort of what we're going to be looking for here for AVAX here. And in terms of a measure move, in terms of a prediction of where we could be going here, it is going to be looking something along the lines of this. Let's jump down to the shorter term time frames so it's more visually appealing for you guys. We're looking for a potential break to the upside here. It's looking quite clean, actually. This could be happening this week. Looking quite clean. And the reason why I'm saying this, guys, is because if we're looking for resistance off this top side, which is, I mean, it's happened multiple times, okay? Resistance has been very strong, coming down to test this level of support on the lower side. We actually haven't seen that happening in this area. Little bit, but nowhere near as much as what we have seen in the past. So this essentially tells us that the momentum to the downside is dying. It's dying. The momentum to the downside is dying and wearing off, okay? So it basically means that we're likely to see a potential break to the upside from this zone. So let's look at percentages. Let's look at how much money we could be making from longing the hell out of this coin. 14%, nearly 15% to the upside is sort of what I would be looking for in terms of entry points, guys. Let's look at potential entry points, and let's look at potential TPs as well there. So yeah, you can see the areas that I'm plotting in are going to be the most common resistance points that we are seeing throughout this current uptrend, okay? So you can see there is a lot going on, okay? There's a lot going on in here, and you know how we do it, guys. We stagger those take profits. Said it a million times on this stream, and I'll keep saying it because this is how you make money while trading. Now, let's look at candle body closes. Let's look at key areas here. You can see candle body close above this area. We actually got that, and we got rejected. If we're talking horizontal here, guys, that would be a candle body close at around 21.5. If we get that, we're probably going to get rejected, okay? So it's happened before. It could happen again very, very easily. So ideally, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be bringing that up to this area of resistance as well. And then when we get the candle body close above 21.7, it's more likely that we see upwards momentum. So we're looking at previous history, candle body close here, guys. We saw very strong momentum from that point to the upside before then, so it's likely that we could see that coming through again all the way up to the first TP, which is take profit. So that's sort of the area that we would be looking for the first take profit. If you did want to go super safe, that's absolutely fine. That is good as well. You can be probably doing something along the lines of this. Won't be huge percentages, maybe 1% to the first take profit. I mean, that's not bad, okay? That's not bad at all. And once we hit our first take profit, guys, we always take our stop loss and we move our stop loss to our entry point, and that way it's a risk-free position. Very good stuff. So yeah, that's sort of what I would be looking for this position here, guys, for AVAX. Not looking too shabby at all. Could bring up a few more indicators and see what's good. I mean, you've got the price action channel looking fairly bearish there if we can't hold that level of support. Volume weighted ATR bands, guys. Again, multiple take profits. You've got a lovely bit of breathing room, okay? Lovely bit of breathing room breaking this area. It's worth around 5%. That's sort of definitely what I would be looking for there. If we are going to be looking to long AVAX. Good stuff. Going to be noting that one down. Just hit an hour, guys. I think I'm going to be calling it a day. I do appreciate you guys stopping by, and we are going to be streaming every Monday and every Friday now. We're going to be doing a market analysis on a Monday like we have done today, doing Bitcoin, doing some altcoins, doing some news, and then we're going to be doing videos throughout the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then another live stream to sum up the week on the Friday. Excuse me as well. So that's what you can expect from CC Crypto Chester. And guys, again, link is in the description if you want to join the Telegram community. It'd be good to see it all popping in there and everyone talking analysis. And guys, I am posting my stuff on X now as well. If you do want to go follow me on X, link is in the description. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me, guys. I do appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you ever so much, and I will be back for a video tomorrow. Covering Bitcoin and probably a bit of altcoins as well. Yeah, just to see how that unfolds. But yeah, thank you ever so much for tuning in, guys. Do appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye from me, Crypto Chester. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Great show. See you soon. Thanks, Chester. Go over the last bit of the info I provided. Need to get over